Hi everyone, I'm Heng Chong. Welcome to today's video where I walk you through this concept called the levels of perspective. Now, this idea will enable you to appreciate complexity in the real world, in your work, and you will see the connect between the principles that we use sometimes at the workplace, the concepts that we have, and the views on the ground of the common people or your consumers or your customers that you serve. Okay, the different levels of perspectives. Now, there are three levels here. The first level is a strategic level, and below it is what we call the operational level, and right on the ground level is what we call the events level. Now, the key questions of who, what, how, why, where, when exist at all three levels, drives all our questions that we have when we run a business. At the strategic level, the most important question to be answered is the question why, the big why. Okay? Once you're clear why we need to adopt a certain strategy or why we need to take care of a customer in a certain way, that begs the next question, which is what we call the operational level. The key question we answer is how. How do we now operationalize our concept that we have ascertained to be the best way to serve our customers, given that we know why this is important to be done? Now, the different levels of perspective are actually driven by information we collect. With more information, we get a good data set. With good data set, we can now have a body of knowledge that allows us to gain better insights into the issue that we're concerned about. Now, when you understand the level of perspective, you're now able to now create policies and implement policies that are consistent with your deepest beliefs as a company of how you intend to sort of attain success, how you intend to get more customers, and how you intend to serve your customers. Next, understanding policy intent and policy implementation. Now, when a policy is created, it is derived from a clear set of principles that we articulate, we debate, and we are very careful that this set of principles will be the drivers of why our policy will take on a particular way, will take on a particular stance. Now, policies are never foolproof. Policies will be created to take care of the larger good. Our policies will be unfair to certain individuals because no policy will be able to cover every blade of grass out there and all the cases out there. So what will happen is we let these people who are hard done by the policy come to us on a one-on-one basis, and we do our best to find a solution for them. Okay, now that I've explained it to you, let us walk through an example I have for you that will probably make it clearer what a policy is. Let's think about your policy of bringing out children. For those with kids, you probably can draw this upon experiences. Those who are yet to be married, not to worry about it, and start to think about it. In the future, I'm going to have a kid. How should I bring them up? What policy should I use to ensure they grow up well in accordance with the kind of beliefs and principles that I hold dear to my heart? So for example, let's say your desired outcomes are, let's say these two. For example, I want my children to be God-fearing. Maybe in your case, religion is important, God centers you, and so as part of your philosophy of bringing out children, you want to imbue the sense of godliness in them. Second bullet, for example, I want my children to be useful citizens. Here you got to articulate between your husband and wife or the family unit what defines usefulness from your context and your beliefs. So with that in mind, as you work through, you'll be able to work out certain qualities that you feel will enable your kids and your children to be useful citizens that contribute to the nation. Now, the strategy of bringing up children, you could use this level of perspective to sort of scaffold the way you bring up children. At a strategic level, your strategy of bringing up children will be probably based on why you and your spouse believe the children need to espouse and embrace certain values, and what is the kind of vision you have for them to envision themselves to be useful citizens. Now that will translate and operationalize to the concept that you have, which is your concept of bringing up the kids, based on what you articulate to be important qualities to imbue in them as their parents. And at the events level, your children who receive your policies you need to work out the details of how you intend to take care of them as they grow up through the various stages in life, from a young kid to a teenager, to a young adult, and eventually to an adult. That's it for today. If you like what I've shared in this video, please give it a like and do subscribe to my channel as it keeps me going to help you in your learning journey. Thank you. I hope to see you soon.